Welcome to News Today, a PodNu service. Today is Monday, March 28, 2022, Central European Time. The Australian Financial Review, Michael Smith reports that China will lock down Shanghai in 2 stages after the number of COVID-19 cases rose, forcing authorities to back down on promises not to shut down the city wide. As the country fights the pandemic, this is a critical time. Shanghai's financial district began a 4-day lockdown on Monday under restrictions that apply to half of the city's 26 million people, as the number of cases each day hit 3,600. The city has 26 million people. They are preparing for more problems with important supply chains, which will have a global impact. The Shanghai Stock Exchange was still open on Monday, but factories, including the Tesla plant run by Elon Musk, were shut down. Thousands of Australians who live in the city were among the people who had to stay in their homes because of the storm. Officials said the Huangpu River would be the line for a 2-stage lockdown over the next week. This is a model that hasn't been used on a major city during the global pandemic so far. All the people in Pudong, which is a high-rise financial district, will be tested from March 28 to April 1. The rest of Puxi will be closed off from April 1 to 5. This includes the older residential and commercial areas. A full lockdown of China's commercial heart and one of its biggest cities and a manufacturing center is bad news for the government's efforts to stop the spread of Omicron in the country. Authorities in Shanghai have so far been more cautious than those in other cities when it comes to dealing with the virus. This month, President Xi Jinping said that any response to the virus must not have a big impact on China's economy. This means that authorities are now trying to keep the country running while trying to get rid of the virus under a zero-case strategy. Shanghai is a city that not only covers the Shanghai people themselves, but also plays an important role in the national economic and social development, and even has an impact on the global economy, Wu Fan, an expert member of Shanghai's COVID-19 response task force, said on Saturday, according to the People's Daily. If the city came to a complete stop, there would be a lot of international cargo left floating on the East China Sea, which would have an impact on the national and global economy. On Saturday, Mr. Wu said there were no plans for a citywide lockdown, but on Sunday night, authorities changed their minds. It would be done in 2 stages. Authorities said last week that they were looking into 2 people who spread rumors online that the city was going to be put on lockdown. Shanghai had 3,500 positive cases on Sunday, including 3,450 asymptomatic cases, the Shanghai Health Commission said on Monday. The number of asymptomatic cases was 3,450. On Monday, China reported 6,215 cases across the country. Even though the numbers are small compared to many other countries, experts are worried about the steady rise in infections. They say it will be hard for the country to keep a zero-case policy. Until now, it has worked well, except in Hong Kong, where people die the fastest in the world. In this case, the border between Hong Kong and the rest of China has been shut down. People were told about the lockdown late on Sunday night, AST. It came after 2 weeks of more targeted lockdowns, which meant that large residential compounds would be shut down for 48 hours while people were being tested. The news sparked another panic buy, and images of empty supermarket shelves spread across social media. As a member of Shanghai's Health Commission, Wu Jinglei made it clear that people could still leave if they had a negative COVID-19 test. A lot of the city's airports, trains, and ports are still open. They were worried that there could be more problems with supply chains. A group of people who import goods from Shanghai said that they were making other plans so that they could send the goods to other ports. Factory owners across the country said that logistics chains were in chaos because workers were forced to stay inside. Things are very difficult here. Couriers and trucks have almost stopped moving as restrictions are imposed and drivers fear being caught with an orange or red health code due to crossing municipal or provincial borders. One Australian executive running a major business in China, who did not want to be named, said. Overseas product, on the water for weeks, is being quarantined even in cases where it was exported months ago. A major tech city in China's south, Shenzhen, lifted its lockdown last week after reducing the number of cases. This is a sign that the Chinese government has been taking strong action. However, there were rumors on Monday that it was going to put another lockdown in place if the number of people continued to rise.